Quansimah, a story written by Abeiku Okai and read by Baba Okai. Episode 1. Return to the village. The road to the village was in bad shape, with several potholes and nose-choking dust suffocating passersby. It's a long time since Quansimah last visited. She had left the village in anger 7 years back. It was an issue over a man she was dating, but her mother wasn't in support of. After all these years, she had changed her mind and gathered the courage to reunite with her family. She didn't know how her mother's attitude would be, and that of her elderly sister Naana, who had been the center of the controversy. As for her father, Nenyi Otoo, nobody was more important to him than her. She had been daddy's girl from childhood. She left the village with nothing and in great pain, but she was returning as an able and successful businesswoman. She had no child but lived happily with her husband, who was also a businessman in the city of Accra. Quansimah's dream all these years was to make it financially and return to take her family out of poverty, despite every friction they had had before. She wanted to prove to them that, after all, she wasn't the bad girl they had thought her to be. Driving through the bad village road, she easily located her family house, since nothing much had changed in terms of community development and progress. Her sister, Naana, was selling rice in front of the house on a small table. Quansimah got down from her car and offered Naana a cute smile. Naana returned the smile out of courtesy, knowing not who stood before her. "Who is this person?" she wondered. "Naana," Quansimah called. "Is that Quansimah?" Naana asked, quickly identifying her. She didn't imagine seeing her sister back home after all these years, but she was so familiar with her sister's voice that there was no reason to not identify her, even though physically she looked different. Both sisters jumped into each other's arms and wept sorely. They had been great sisters from childhood, doing almost everything together, and they were all determined to become great ladies in the future to make their parents proud. But as fate or nature would have it, their past had been marred with bad experiences that turned them against each other and almost separated them for life. To be continued.